Hello. I'm going to try again. Hopefully my mic is working this time. According to the indicators, it's working. So, wish me luck. Again, since you couldn't hear me before, I'm going to show how to do long tail cast on. My daughter's going to log in and try to see and let me know. Oh, and I have a kitty cat. Coco, can you move away from the camera? Beep, 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 beep. Come on. Come on. No, don't rub against the microphone. I just got that thing working, I hope. Come here. Come here. Really? 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 Come on. Scoot. Scoot. Oh. Okay. There you go. Now you're on my lap. Be happy. Okay. So, while I wait for her to connect to let me know if she's logging in and can hear me, I'm going to do no, you can't play with the yarn. No. I'm going to do long tail cast on. What I said before, that you guys couldn't hear me, was that I read somewhere that one way to decipher how long to make your tail for the cast on is to hold the yarn like this and go to your shoulder like that, and they say that should be approximately 30 stitches. So let's see if that's true. So here's the tail right here, and then this is for the skein. So you hold it like this, and to start it, you take your needle, you go in, go like that, twist it, and that's one. Now the actual fun part. Can you not eat my glasses? Thank you. Okay, sorry for the interruption. I have a cat trying to eat my glasses. Now she's playing with them. No, please don't do that. Okay, sorry. So you go under, into the loop, go to the other one, pull it through, and cinch it up, and there's two. Yes. Okay. According to my daughter, she says she can hear me. Yay! Okay, so let's do another one. Go under, in, grab it, pull it through, and cinch it up. There's three. Hi, sweetie. Nice. Okay, I needed to hear that. Thank you.
No problem.
You're wonderful.
I know.
Go in again, under, pull it around, pull through, and cinch it up. Now we've got four. I'm going to keep going slow for a little bit, and let's see if we actually get 30 stitches. Let's try it again. In, pull it through, cinch it up. Go under, through, grab it, pull it through, cinch it up. Under, through, pull it. There we go. Slow. Gotta keep telling myself that so I don't go too fast for you guys, if this is the first time doing it. Again. You don't want to cinch it too tight, because then it'll be too tight to knit with later on when you come back through these stitches. Just enough to make it snug, so it's not like really loose. And then pull through, and there you go. Alright, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Probably should have done either different needles or a different colored yarn. This blends in real well, unfortunately. So go through some more. Okay, let's see how many that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 10 more. I think we'll get 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. So we got 30, and we still have a little bit left over, which is good because you want to be able to have enough to weave in. I think we did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
I had to get the big boy hat on. Raising balls out there.
So, what I showed before with a lighter yarn, I probably should have stuck with that yarn. So that's casting on long tail. So now I'm going to show you just the knit stitch, which if you do knit stitch every row, that creates the garter stitch or pattern. And then I'll show you the purl, and then that will create the stocking knit pattern stitch. I get confused of which one is to call it, because a stitch could be just a knit purl, but when you have a combination of stitches or a combination of rows, to me that's more of a pattern. So the knit stitch, let's see if we could do this. You go from the front into the back, wrap around, pull it through, and what happened? I split some. Okay. Let's try that again. Pull it in from the front to the back, wrap around, pull it through, and then pull it off. Let's do it again. In, through, wrap around, pull it off. So that's 2. In, wrap around, pull it off. That's 3. And there we go. Go through, wrap around, pull it off. There we go. Keep going slow so you guys can watch. Eight, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to do the other 20 kind of fast so I could go back and show you what it looks like after 2 rows are done. Again, this is just the straight, regular, normal knit stitch. 3 more to go. There. So that's just one row. Okay. By the way, this yarn is by Knit Picks, Wool of the Andes in Camel Heather color. It's worsted weight, so it's number 4. And I'm using size 8, US size 8 needles, just in case you wanted to know. So now I'm going to go back again, knit stitch every stitch. And then what you'll see what I mean by garter stitch or garter pattern is where you knit every stitch every row, and it creates a ridge of 2 rows, creates one ridge. Go across. I'm going to speed up so that way I get done quicker, so I'm not sitting there boring you. Let's see. Coco's sitting there staring at the yarn, wishing she could play with it. Alright, so that's row 2. And that's one ridge right there. It takes 2 rows to make one ridge. So we'll do 2 more rows, and then I'll show you the purl, and then that'll also create the stocking knit, and you can see the difference between the garter and the stocking knit. So I'm going to knit across again both rows. And then one more row back. Really, Coco? You gotta sniff everything? Okay. And then one more row back after this. Oh wait, no, that's the 4 rows right there. Okay. See, and you got 2 ridges. Okay, so for a stocking knit, you knit across and then you purl back. So I'm going to knit across real fast since I've already showed you the knit stitch, and then I'll go slow for the purl stitch. So again, just knit across. almost to the end of the row. Okay. Okay, now we're going to purl back. And to do a purl, for knitting the knit stitch, you want the yarn behind. For a purl, you come from behind and the yarn's in the front. I'll show you that again. For purling, the yarn is in front of the needles and your needle is coming in from behind. When you were knitting, your needle was coming from the front and your yarn was coming from behind. So we want to purl all the way across. So again, come from back, the yarn's in front of your needles, and you go this way. Let's do it again. From behind, knit around, and pull through. Again. See how the yarn's in front, or in front of your needles? Okay. I hope you guys can see this, okay? Okay, so I'll keep going slow. Some people have a tricky time with this when they first try to do a purl. So just remember, when you're purling, you're coming from behind that front of the loop. That whole stitch there, there's a loop there. See? It goes like this and comes around the needle. You want to go in between and from behind into the needle. The yarn is in front of both your needles. Wrap it around and pull it through. And here comes Mocha to say hi. Are you gonna get in the camera? No? Okay. Wrap around. Oh, there you go, right into the camera. Okay. Can you like move? I can't see what I'm doing. No, don't rub against the goofball. Okay. So that's the last stitch there. So I'm gonna do 2 more rows. So then you could easily see the difference between the garter and the stocking knit. One side is a little different. See, here's the 2 ridges, and here's just the stocking knit. 1, 2. And okay, Mocha, you need to move out of the way. Come on. Hop on the lap. There you go. And this is the knit side. You got your 2 ridges, and then there's your knit. It's flatter. It's not as bumpy, bulky. So again, this one, you do 1 row knit.
Is it working?
I think so. Jackie says it was. So she said she could hear me. So
Who are you talking
to knit, you go from the front into the back. So again, there's your loop of your stitch. It goes like this and around. You go in, wrap around, and your yarn is behind your needles. Let's do it again. So there's your stitch, goes around the needle. You go from the front to just the front loop, front of the loop, wrap around, and there you go. So that's the difference between a knit and a purl. It's how you go into the stitch and where the yarn is. So knit, it's in the yarn's in the back, and you come from the front to the back. When you purl, the yarn's in the front, and you come from the back to the front. So you're going to where the yarn is. So I'm going to knit all the way across, and then I'll purl back. Okay. Knit in, around, come back. Okay, I need more yarn. Okay, come to the end of this row, and then we'll purl back, and then I'll show you again. Okay. Again, yarn's got to be in front. Go in, wrap around, come back through. In, wrap around, go back through. The yarn's in front, needles coming to the front to meet up with the yarn. So the needle's got to go in the way it's going to find the yarn. And just purl back. I'm going to go a little faster just to get to the end so I can show you. And then I'll do 2 rows of a 2x2 ribbing so you could see what that looks like. And that's a combination in the same row of a purl and a knit. Or should I say a knit and a purl, depending on which one you want to start with. Alright, so here we go. So you can now see the difference. This is garter where you knit every row with the ridges. This is stocking knit where you got the smooth side. Flip it over. This is garter here where you can have the ridges. It's the same on the front and the back. But with stocking knit, you've got all the bumps on the back and the smoothness on the front. So this is your knit side, and this is your purl side. And let's do 2 rows of a 2x2 ribbing, so you could see next to each other the difference between what a purl stitch looks like and a knit stitch looks like. So if right now I could show you, let's see, alright, there. This is a stitch on the needle. This V is a knit stitch, and there's a V and there's a V. Flip it over, and that same stitch, these are the purl sides. See the bumps? 2, 3, 4. So there's the 4 rows. In the knit, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 V's for the 4 rows. So let's show you this way. So I'm going to knit 2, and then I got to bring the yarn to the front so I can do purl 2. 1, 2, and I'm going to do that all the way across. So to knit again, I need to bring the yarn to the back, because that's how you do a knit. The yarn's in the back, and you just alternate like that every 2 stitches. 1, 2. Go back, knit. 1, 2. Come forward. 1, 2. Okay, and you just do that the rest of the way across. Two, 1, 2, and then knit the last 2, and then we're going to turn it around and do the opposite, because we're now on the other side. So wherever we did a knit stitch, we need to do the purl, and where we did a purl stitch, we need to do a knit stitch. So these first 2 were knit, so now we need to do 2 purl. So we do 1, 2, purl, and then go back to the back, and now you can do the knit. And in case you forget which one you're doing, you can look here. I'm going to do purl because there's the purl bumps. Can you see them? 1, 2. And then these next 2, that's the knit V. So you don't have the bumps. So those 2 you would knit. And then you would purl those 2. And then you would knit those 2. Does that make sense? So I'm going to purl these 2, and I'm going to do the pattern again all the way across. So purl 2, knit 2. And then purl 2, and then knit 2, all the way across. We've got a few more to go. Knit 2, purl 2, and knit 2, and then you end this row with a purl 2, because last one we ended with a knit 2. There. So to show you what it looks like. See, and it's starting to gather a little bit because it's puckering. You see the differences? Let's see if I can show you. Okay, so these two again are knit. You have your V's showing and no bumps. These were purled, these two, so you've got your purl bumps here. Again, knit 2, purl 2. And you see it, and you can now identify the difference between knitting and purling. So here, let me turn it around from the back side. Again, you have the knit, the two knit ones, and then you have the two purls because you got the bumps. I hope that helps you to understand the difference between knit and purl, and between knitting every row with a garter and knitting one row and purling back for the stocking knit, and what they look like different front and back. And then this is more for like a ribbon, what they call a ribbing, like you would see like at the end of, around your wrist on a sweater. And you can already see it's kind of puckering it up together because it kind of gathers it back together. I hope that helps you. Thanks for watching my stream. Until next time, thank you.